What's up, Algebra 2 students? Algebra 2 parents of students. I am your teacher this year. I'm Mr. Messner. Like to send a video before school starts. That way, you know who I am. You see my face in the hallway. You see my bald head, and you're ready to go on first day. So I'm your teacher. I'm also the math department chair here at the high school. I'm Mr. Math. I have two sections of Algebra 2 that I'm teaching this year. And I have also taught for the last 10 years AP Calculus AB. This will be my second time teaching Algebra 2. I taught it a couple years ago. Very, very excited to have you guys to be teaching Algebra 2 again. Let's talk about what's in store for this year. So what are we doing? Prefacing this with the understanding that you guys 2 years ago had Algebra 1 during a year of remote learning. Now, we all know that that year, learning was maybe not as efficient or effective as it could have been. So your confidence might not be super high coming into this year. A lot of you probably wish math would just go away, but you were told you have to take Algebra 2. Don't worry, guys. You're going to be okay. All right? Because we're going to understand, I'm going to try to teach you that math is just like a game. Okay? It's just a game that has rules, and we learn the rules, we follow the rules. We're going to take on different levels. Think of it as a video game. Different levels, different challenges, different things go into your arsenal, different things you can use to defeat challenges. It's not something where it's like, oh, I have no idea what this is. Just think of it as a game and you're going to be okay. We are going to make sure we review all of the important stuff from Algebra 1, okay? We're going to make sure that our foundations from Algebra 1 that should have happened 2 years ago, that we're just going to go kind of make sure we start from scratch there. And then we're going to get into new stuff. Now, great thing about Algebra 2, a lot of the stuff that we're going to be learning can be applied to the real world, but not everything. A lot of things, it's actually better to think hey, this is just a numerical game. This is something that gets us, a challenge, and we can almost think like a computer. It's what are the steps to tackle this challenge, to beat the level, to beat the boss, to move on to a new level. Okay, if you think about math that way, you shouldn't be intimidated. And trust me, I'm going to help you along the way. You are going to have homework and quizzes every day, but the homework is mostly classwork. Okay, and both of the grades are worth equal amounts. So you'll get a grade for your classwork / homework. If you do it, you get 100%. If you're engaged in a class period, you're going to get 100% on those. And then we're going to have quizzes to make sure you're ready to tackle the game by yourself without help from some others. And you do that accurately. And then we're going to have tests, 3 tests per 9 weeks. We may or may not have projects. But that's okay. Okay, we are going to use the entire 90-minute class period to engage in the content, to work with each other, and to tackle this thing one step at a time, starting from we're going back to Algebra 1. Can you solve an equation 3x plus 4 equals 5? We start with that stuff. To help you guys, maybe new this year, we're going to have videos of the lessons and the homeworks on the website. If you go into my website, you can always find my website pretty quickly. It's always a funny picture of my face with some sort of note attached to it. So I'm your teacher. In every unit folder, you're going to have videos. You're going to have all your notes, all your homeworks, but then videos of those notes and of those homeworks to help you do the work if you have work that you have to do at home. But just letting you know that if you're engaged and you work in class like I ask you to, you're probably not going to have homework, okay? We're going to be able to use all the time in the class period to just work through problems, do them together, be able to take the quiz, be able to learn new content. Boom. You work hard for me in class, keep your phones away. You don't mess around and play actual video games on your computers or on your phones. You probably won't have homework. We'll have enough time to work on things together so you can be successful tackling the Algebra 2 game, okay? And then after you're done with Algebra 2, a whole new world of math opens up to you. You could stick with algebraic math. You can go into the pre-calculuses and the calculuses and maybe then become a computer scientist and work with computers, more games. or you can be an engineer, create stuff, build stuff, have the math behind it. But maybe that's not for you. Well, there's analytic math, like statistics, where you can just apply data to analyze situations and make proper conclusions. Analytic data is very useful in every single field. But we're going to get into that once you get past Algebra 2, once you have like foundational skills. And maybe you don't want that. There's also like life math, like financial math. Like, can you understand how to like function in society with like your income, with a budget? Can you pay your taxes? All that opens up after Algebra 2. So we got to get through this year. You got to get through this year. And if we get through this year, things become more of your choice rather than like you have to do this. So that's good. So that's it. That's me, Mr. Messner. Okay, remember that name, Messner, Mr. Messner. I've been here this is my 12th year at Lake Travis High School. I love teaching Lake Travis students. I love teaching math. I'm very excited to teach Algebra 2 to you guys, to really have you understand that math is not going to be that bad. We're going to do it together. As long as we just work in class, you work with me, I'm going to work with you. Expect on Tuesday and Wednesday when I see you, so that's tomorrow and Wednesday, to kind of get to know me a little bit more, get yourself situated in our classroom. You'll notice that we have a very large classroom. It's 2 classrooms combined. That's because I have very large calculus classes. But we'll get situated. We'll understand how the class works. You'll get to know me a little bit better. And then we're going to kind of see like where you stand. I'm going to give you like a little pre-test. It's not going to be for a grade besides like participation, but it's like, what do you know already? Where do we stand? And then come Thursday, we go into reviewing like solving equations, the basic Algebra 1 stuff, getting back into the basics, slowly getting our way into new stuff. We're going to be working together. Very much looking forward to this year. If you have any questions before I see you, email me at messner@ltisdschools.org. And I hope you're looking forward to this. Don't be intimidated. We are going to do this together, and it's going to be great. Okay? Later. See you soon.